Fair.
Okay, but let's introduce our players for this game in the top right position of the map. It is the Terran player Optimus, mining away and throwing down some supply depots.
Yeah. I think Optimus is really good. Oh, sorry. I'll do the introduction.
Okay.
In the top left corner. Green trunks. From T. It's Grubby, man. Okay.
It's Grubby. Just take it. Just take it. It's Grubby. All right.
But I think Optimus is pretty good in the clutch scenarios. Like everyone thinks they're bad in it because when you're nervous, you don't play like you play on ladder. But I actually think he has a decent amount of killer instinct or whatever.
Yeah.
So when he's good at smelling blood or not sure what the correct terminology is, but he's good at when he smells blood, he will hunt. You know, like he's not someone to like doubt his aggression, which is really crippling if you're doubtful about your aggression in important matches. I often have this, where I look back and I'm looking at my army and like, Jesus, I could have just went for it. But in important situations, I often get doubtful about my decisions.
Right. Okay. That's tough. But by the way, I got a question for you because, like you said, certain late game situations you don't encounter them very often on ladder, right? Do you know of teams, for example, who facilitate like specific late game training for their players? Set up like a game, because I know StarCraft had this resume from replay functionality, right?
It's terrible because you spend so much time waiting for the game to load that you rather practice. Like,
really? Okay.
It would be really good if you could like instant just get to the point where you want to be, but because it has to load like a replay.
Right. Okay.
It's like too much time to play like scenarios.
Okay, so this is an important feedback.
I do it sometimes. Like sometimes you're in a game and you're like, well, in this scenario, what if I change this? But you try it over like once or twice, and it's always mid game. It's never late game because it takes too freaking long
to go through. All right, I think that's something relatively easy that could be maybe taken up by Blizzard. Maybe, and of course, aren't there also custom games that let you play late game scenarios that don't have to load up, right? Where they put everything in place right at the start of the game. But that I don't know, right?
It's never realistic because armies are always different, and bases and base positions are always different. So I don't think it's very useful.
So is there a way to practice for late game other than just playing very often and then encountering late game sometimes?
I think custom games are good for it because you get to the late game more often.
Okay.
Because on ladder, half of the games are bullshit, cheeses and all-ins and pushes and so a lot of the games won't go as long as you want them to. Well, if you play customs, you have a larger chance of getting to the late game because you're both trying to practice a more style more made for longevity, I guess.
All right. Okay, we see some skirmishes going on here, some probes, the probe trying to deal damage. Oh, but the probe's trying to hide from the Reaper. It actually is successful in hiding from the Reaper.
No.
Wow. Oh, no. That was...
Minimap awareness. That's actually really, like...
That was really good.
Impressive from Optimus that he, like, paid attention to the minimap.
Definitely. I think he might have been hunting it specifically, the probe, because he was...
he saw the
his
probe
was
earlier?
damaging his SUV.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So he was aware of the probe being
there. Then he
there.
was paying extra attention. It's still good to see it in the bush.
Oh, but there comes the eye for an eye. No, the Reaper gets away.
Yeah.
Stalker very fast, but Reaper even faster.
If only the Stalker had a jetpack.
that would be overpowered. I don't say that a lot, but Stalkers with jetpacks. Well, they kind of do if they get blink, right? They can blink up cliffs and stuff. But
I wouldn't. Right. That's another like.
Don't go there. All right. Really cool. Okay, Grubby going for actually an upgrade now. So he's upgrading his armor level 1. This does signal that he doesn't want the game to end before the 10-minute mark. And
yeah,
of course,
and they both have expansions.
Right, they both expanded.
A normal game, actually.
Yeah, this is good.
What's interesting is like the building placement behind Grubby's mineral line. I never like it when buildings lock in an area against Terran. Because if you drop behind the area, there's only 2 ways to go in, which is between the mineral patches, which is a pain.
Yeah.
So I always like to, if you place buildings, I would always keep one entryway open, not block it off on both sides. But there could be a specific reasoning why he does like it to happen. The units are clustered for storm or whatever.
Right.
It's possible that he does like it that way. But I personally, when I play against Terran, but I play a different race, of course, I don't like it to have it that way.
Yeah. All right, I can imagine. Of course, as Zerg to defend drops, I kind of feel like I don't see as many ranged units defend against drop as I would see with Protoss. So for Zerg, it might be more important to leave it open for defense for drop. But you're right, it's something, I don't know.
Well, you see a lot of Zealots with Protoss as well, but you're right. There's Templars, there's Stalkers.
All right, we see an observer from Grubby going all the way. Oh, actually, no, it's stopping at his third base. This will spot incoming drops, but so far I don't think we see many aggressive stances being taken by Optimus.
Optimus went to 3cc, and this is interesting because this is a pretty good blink map.
Okay.
So I don't know how much he scouted. Can you check what?
There goes Blink actually.
Yeah, but he also has a tempo archive, so it's not the all-in. Nice. But can you see what Optimus saw from Grubby?
Oh yeah, sure. Here we go. Take Optimus vision here, and this is what Optimus saw.
So he sees a robo, so that's why he probably. I don't know when he threw down the third CC. So he does. Okay.
I'm not sure if he clicked the Twilight, but
maybe he's just assuming it's gonna be a long game because it's Alter Scene. But I think 2-base Blink is pretty good on this map as well.
Here comes Storm as well. Okay, so. All right. These the graphics from these supply depots actually they confuse me. To me, they look like the ones that got the supply drop on them. But
the skin.
The skin, yeah. I don't like the custom skin, or not the custom.
Well, the skin has stuff sticking out, and the supply drops is like someone put his plate on top of it.
Okay, I'll try and remember that. Who put his plate on top of this supply depot?
Yeah,
to get more supply. Yeah, you can put more food on it. Yeah, you get more food. That was good. Okay, so here comes the third base for both players, actually. This is a very passive game so far. Except that Grubby is now sending out a Warp Prism.
With one Templar.
He will have Storm when he drops, I guess.
Not if he goes right now, but if he waits a bit, he will.
Waits a little bit.
He's making 5 extra gates, but that's just to hold his own third base. And Optimus is...
So you're waiting for that.
Has dropped his own third CC right now.
Alright, just 10 more in-game seconds for Storm to finish. Here we go. GameHeart telling us exactly what's going on. Of course, Grubby doesn't have the GameHeart overlay, so we'll have to wait and see until he realizes.
Yeah, he has to actually pay attention.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Oh no, that was kind of a fake out. Grubby is selecting it though.
What's that? No,
he does see the push out, so he thinks, well, okay, this might be a good time as my opponent's pushing out to do this little storm drop here. Okay, so he waits for the SCVs to cluster and then storms them.
I think he hopes for him to
pull for the pull. There we go. And there's a pull. Oh, there's also Medevacs. And that storm doesn't kill anything. Okay, and in the meanwhile, the third base of Grubby is under attack. Oh man, that storm.
He blinks into. This is
That's
scary.
Tough. Lots of stimmed units. They're on a great storm. That just scares him off. Okay, I don't think either player can do lots of damage here. These two Zealots, by the way. Okay, so they got the feast now because all of these.
Oh no! Come on, Marines!
No, they're one swipe away from death. There we go.
Oh, he lost so much more SCVs than he had to.
Let's see, what's that? That's 14 SCVs lost in total. I don't know.
That's unfortunate, but it's like very understandable. He was fighting against Storm. You can't look away from your army, but still, it's very unfortunate.
You can't look away from your army. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, often people like complain about people not doing stuff, but it's actually like better for him to lose 10 SCVs than to lose his entire army.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's tough to make those decisions.
Yeah, you have to prioritize, and people don't get that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Know how to prioritize.
Yeah. Right. I'm wondering when he'll throw down his Robo Bay, or is he just gonna stay on Storm, Archon, Immortal forever?
I don't know. Talk about the Storm defense, by the way. And there's something going on here. Ooh, lots of units. I think there was another drop from Grubby, but
yeah.
Actually, there is.
Yeah.
It's right there. It's doing damage.
It's doing a lot of damage.
It's doing a lot of damage.
What's
going on?
I think
Optimus has dropped all his units, but it's not responding.
This looks like him choking, actually. I think this is subpar to how he would play in practice.
27 SCVs now lost. That's
tough. He didn't. There wasn't much going on. His army was right there, and he didn't move in to kill the Zealots. That means he's struggling to do other tasks, and that means that he's probably choking a bit, getting nervous. I would say at least. It's not like it could just be sloppiness, but I think it's a bit nervous.
Well, it's tough. He is kind of keeping up in supply though, and he has this hidden little base here. So I'm not sure that might come into play if it's.
And he has SCVs there, so he can eventually mine gas if he wants to transition. It's useful.
Oh, but Grubby is going around scouting. Let's see where. Yeah, Grubby is going to scout this.
Star Sense.
Yeah, definitely. We got a 2-minute delay on the stream, so Grubby could not have heard me say that.
No, exactly. Unless the base has already been there for 2 minutes, then we have a problem.
Then we got a problem, yeah. All right, some skirmishes here. These Marines taking damage, even with their combat shields. No match for
He
a
has a
complete
lot
Protoss
of
army.
storms. He has like
Actually, he gets away.
8, 9, infinite storms.
Infinite storms. Let's see. Lots of Templar.
What's
lots of
in the
energy.
what's in the warp
Let's see what's in
prism?
the warp prism. That's
2
two
Templar.
2 Zealots.
So he has like 4 storms with his army, and he has like equal amount in his
position.
warp prism.
Okay. Not a lot of mech from. Actually, no mech, of course, from.
No.
Oh wait. Oh, but okay. Warp prism got taken down, but that storm. That's what's going on.
Again, like.
Not too many kills.
Again, Optimus almost defends.
Right.
Like he pulls his SCVs away, they're alive, and then he stops and they die anyway. It's like the 3rd time this happens.
Okay. So we got this going on, and at the same time we got this going on. So Optimus is in a bind.
Fantastic multitasking by Grubby right now,
Mhm.
and Optimus is struggling to deal with it seems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, having a hard time, of course.
Those force fields are actually like helping Optimus.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those Zealots were just running up against the wall, getting fired at.
This is still not bad.
No, it's still 47 SCVs, 49 now. I mean, but he did lose his sneaky expansion there.
Yeah, he really needed to keep that.
Yeah.
He's gonna lift it to his 4th now, and he's gonna be
Yeah.
on 4 base, so it's not.
Okay, it's not.
It's not terrible, and you don't want too many SCVs anyway, so your army can be bigger.
Okay. He is a. So what do you like more, 2-2 upgrades or 3-0? What Grubby has?
2-2.
Right. So he's nice in terms of he's okay.
His
in terms of
upgrades are good,
upgrades.
but he's not aware of the Colossi switch.
Okay, yeah.
He's making ghosts and mines, which would be great if the army was just Templar Zealot. But he has 1 Viking,
One
and
Viking.
there's gonna be Colossi soon. Like
Yeah.
right now, this is okay for Optimus. He has the bunkers, the mines are magnificent.
Yeah, it's pretty
But
good.
the fact that he's producing ghosts now is kind of.
Yeah, 5 at a time
He
actually.
doesn't need that many ghosts for Colossi.
No, that's true. But of course, there are still some Templar in play. Actually, 2 moving up to the base. Let's see what he tries to do. Maybe once the feedback go. Actually, wow, great. Optimus, great awareness. Snipes. Actually, 2 of them. Great. Unload some units.
Well done.
Very
I think
good.
he was trying to storm the mines, but we'll see.
Okay. Yeah, Grubby throwing away some units there. Okay, so we see a very big drop coming in. This is the kind of drop where if you lose it, that's 30 supply, or actually a lot more.
And Grubby sees it. He has
Grubby
an
sees
observer.
it,
Wait,
yeah.
look at Grubby's vision. Does he actually
let's
see it, or did
Grubby's
he?
vision.
Is he
I'm following
no,
his
he's.
cam. Okay, so this is Grubby's cam now. So he's following it, flipping around. So
He's re-expanding.
He's re-expanding.
And he's trying to catch
He's trying to catch, and he actually, I think he gets most of them. Yep, 2 go down.
He knew he was gonna
Wow.
lose the 4th, even if he walked all the way around. So he chose to kill the rocks, even though it would take longer, so that when the medevacs were done killing, he could kill them. It was very well played.
Very good. It's like snap decision making. It's really good. Like, Grubby
4th
scouting
Nexus.
all the way around the map.
Grubby's just saying, you know, whatever, man. Come
Mhm.
at me, bro.
Come at me, man. Yeah. So this might, like you said, this might be Optimus suffering from this feeling of being ahead. You know,
Yeah, for sure. I think so.
Like, oh shit, I'm ahead 1 game against Grubby. I could just win this. Go to
And then the Zealot is in a natural, and his
Right.
army is right there, and he's not, you know.
Oh,
It's unfortunate.
there's a DT here as well, taking down lots of high energy mules.
I think this is Grubby delivering the jabs, you know.
Right. Yeah, the boxing and
Yeah.
cool. All right.
So, right now, Grubby is staying on the map, and
Oh, was that drop still alive, or is this a new one?
this one was still alive.
The old
this
one,
was still
okay.
there. But that was his his 5th base. Like his 4th is still going
Yeah,
up, so it's
4th is
not
out. Ooh.
not problematic
Wow,
for Grubby.
whoa, that's Quift Storms there.
It's to save the Templar. Like if he doesn't throw those storms out,
Yeah.
the Templar gets sniped by the few Marine Marauder. The energy will come back eventually.
Yeah, and again, lots of SCVs being pumpkin color, but not dying, and again.
If the Zealot now comes and hits them, it
Yeah.
will be like completely again the same.
He just has to sneeze at them, and they'll
Yeah.
be like, "Ah, dead." Okay, what? Okay, but again, okay, so
Again, his
okay.
army just walks
Yeah,
away
yeah,
from
but
his
there's something going
yeah,
on here, I
okay,
guess.
no.
So, okay, there are actually more Vikings than just 1, but still, I'm not sure if it's gonna. What? These Colossi are actually falling rapidly, and the Ghosts coming in now. Lots of EMPs, no more shields at all for the Protoss units, but still, it's quite a lot of Protoss units. Ooh.
Grubby doesn't know quite what the
Yeah.
reinforcements are, so he's pulling back. But I think if he just YOLO'd in
Yeah.
there, he would win. The Zealot is still like jabbing that fucking refinery. So if only he had less gas, I could win this game.
Oh boy.
And another assimilator no, he needs to have less gas.
Yeah, it's the game of the assimilators today. Okay, but this is production facilities for Optimus falling. Of course, they are nice at some point in the game when they act as a defensive barrier, but against a Protoss army like this, they just hamper your defenses, I guess. And here we go, SCVs against the Protoss, well, Death Ball kind of like army, and that's never good to see. Well, it's fun to see, but it's not good to. You know.
At least we get.
Those doors. Okay, so that were the big ones.
Well, at least we get game 3, right?
Yeah, that's true.
everyone happy.
Yeah. Okay. GG.
Well, everyone except for Optimus.
All right. Okay.